Yes, and if you're subscribed to Akasha Flix, my very first episode is on the five major abundance blocks. So there you go.
There you go, Nancy.
Yes.
We got it all mapped out for you.
Mhm. Okay. Let's see. So we had a couple of people comment. Someone's here. He's only on a 10-minute break. For Iron Shaman. And I'm gonna guess for
I know that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess for a general because he said he loves the topic.
Yeah. Okay, Iron Shaman.
Oh, does
So
Natalie?
no past life then?
Natalie looks like so. Did Natalie
Did I
want
skip?
one too?
Natalie said good evening. I figured I've got her listed, but I figured since Iron was only on his 10-minute break.
Okay,
But we could do Natalie first if you want. I kind
totally
of
up to you.
swapped the order just because of that.
Let's
He was
just
on his 10
speed
minutes.
through the 10-minute one because he said he's only got 10 minutes. So let's just power it and then get to.
Okay, and then we'll do Natalie's.
Yes,
Okay.
she'll be next. Mhm.
Okay, so a general read. I'll pull my past life card, but I'll just kind of go with whatever I'm getting from that. Okay, I need 3 more.
Oh, my cards are so loud.
I
I
know
don't know
mine
if they're too
too. So ridiculous. Okay, so this is what I pulled for you, Iron Shaman. So this card is twofold for me. I do see that you have a huge draw towards healing and administering health. I know that sounds very strange, but at the same time, I feel like you've had a myriad of different lifetimes where you've been drawn to this modality. And I feel like you've been either, funny enough, a shaman, but then there's also this lifetime that comes through where you're a surgeon. And I want to say this was in almost like a Russian area, I want to say, because it's really cold. And I see that like Eastern European language kind of being expressed. So I feel like you studied under some really amazing surgeons and healthcare workers, and you learned a great deal and you did a whole lot of healing in that modality. But then another lifetime that comes through, I want to say this is actually funny. It's completely different. This is an African lifetime where you actually behaved as like a shaman, like a healer, and you would go to like, different villages and like you would have medicines and different things, but it was very different. There was a lot more energy work. There was a lot more work with like spirit guides and gods and that sort of thing. But it couldn't be more different. But I feel like that's why you kind of have a little bit of that pull today, is that you have a lot of this foundation of working with other people's energy and their actual physical bodies. And it sort of brought you into this space of really innately understanding what needs to happen to help you heal in a lot of different respects. And so I think why this is coming up is not just to say, hey, you've had these lifetimes, but also understand that you have the capacity to do whatever it is that you are thinking of doing, whether it's like some sort of energetic healing or whether it's moving into like physical therapy or some sort of like sports medicine or whatever it is, or I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of energy around like helping people move their body in a really meaningful way, and helping them use their body in a way that's more meaningful. So I'm not sure what that looks like for you, or if there's actual like medicine that's involved, but I feel like there's a lot of naturopathy that's coming through, like herbal medicine and that sort of thing that can really help you get into the right mode with this.
He says you were spot on about being a shaman before, as he did a past life regression and a doctor and another type of ancient healer.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
shit.
nice.
There you go. There you go, Lorelai.
Great.
Okay, so, and hopefully you can catch this later because I know you probably have to go back to class. So Wheel of Fortune came up first, followed by the Fool,
Oh,
and
yes.
then the Ace of Wands in reverse. So there's something here about, again, it's the whole piggybacking off what Lorelai said, the patterns of the healing work that you do, right? This is so just a part of you. You're in your DNA, your spiritual DNA, and this is what you do. But there's something here between the Fool and the Ace of Wands in reverse that I feel like there's been so much learning, where I'm like, I want to tell you to create something of your own.
Mm.
And maybe you have already, but there's something here about like creating something, and it's big. Like I feel like it's not just, oh, like here's a little mini course. There's something big that you have the ability to create now. And I feel like it's the timing. It's almost like you've been kind of waiting for the timing of it all. And also maybe feeling like maybe I didn't learn everything yet, or in other words, remember everything yet from what I knew before, but I wouldn't even say like you necessarily have to wait on anything. So the chakra that I'm really being drawn to is the solar plexus here, where you can use that power of your own self-determination and just go ahead and act. Like take the Fool card, go ahead and take that leap instead of, like maybe like in your head, kind of thinking about it, having an idea, but taking the action steps now. I feel like action is going to be really, really big for you. And with this Wheel of Fortune, because everything is happening in a cycle, I feel like you can actually rotate into a different cycle altogether. And so with that solar plexus, just kind of take a look at where, one, you might have been feeling like either I don't have control over one particular thing to make it happen. I would say look at it a little bit differently. There's something here about I feel like it's just one little tweak in your perspective about your own personal power that can just totally shift you into be like, oh man, totally, that totally changed everything on a completely different trajectory. But I feel like you've learned so much, you've done so much, that now is the time for you to kind of just own all of the things that you know how to do, because you're ready. And it's almost like, have you been waiting for someone to tell you that you're ready, or waiting for other circumstances to make you feel like you're ready? Usually when you know when you're ready, and when you embrace that feeling, that's when the circumstances kind of go, whoop, here you go, right? Like it just will organically happen and open up for you.
Awesome.
So.
He said, hold on, sorry, my things. He said,
He had to go back to class.
yes. Like he said something about natural, ancient, and ET technology before that. And then, yeah, he had to go back to his training. Thank you.
Sweet.
And love you all. Yes.
Thanks, Iron Shaman.
Yes. And then, so Iron Shaman is a Akasha Flix subscriber. So I just wanted to kind of shout him out. Thank you so much for your support, for
Awesome.
sure.
Yes. We love you, Iron Shaman. Yes.
And then we've got Natalie